Why
But
don't we
that,
do that to ourselves though? Because I'm in a similar situation now with a property we're looking at. Matter of fact, I called the realtor earlier. There's a little bit of uh, I was getting emotional about the deal, and for the first time in a really long time, I picked up on that, and I made the call. I called the realtor, and I said, "Look, we love the property, we love the potential. Here's the thing: it's way over. It's way over the value of it." Uh, and I started getting emotional and started ignoring the numbers until I had this epiphany that the only time I've ever done that is when I've lost money in real estate. And I said, so if they're willing to entertain an offer that's going to make them angry, we'll make an offer. Otherwise, we're done. We're not going to pursue it. But why don't we why don't we always go to, like, I'm as guilty as this as anybody, is I'll tell myself these horror stories like, hey, this is everything that's going to go wrong. I never sit there and tell myself the story that everything is going to go right or the potential to go right. You know what I mean? Why don't we do that?
it's human nature.
That's true. That's very, very true. It's not decades, centuries of DNA programming to survive, right?
Survival. Take yourself.
I don't want to survive. I want to thrive.
That's right.
But how do you, I don't know. I need to reprogram some things.
I'm with you, man, because that's I I have to really catch myself sometimes trying to unwire the negativity. Um, it is so easy to cave into it, like so easy. That's the easy route, So
Yeah.
like stopping those thoughts and being like, but what if it what if it does work? What if this works? What does that look like?
Yeah.
And I've literally tried to. I watched a video on YouTube a couple years ago, and it just dawned on me, just start trying to do that, and that's actually what I really think helped me, um, not worry so much and get to the finish line of stuff like this. Just because, man, you can sit there and psych yourself out over anything
Can.
and just
Can.
bail over something that now knowing it,
Yeah.
everything's great. So
Well, and there's something to say. I mean, I appreciate those feelings and those gut reactions because I think they're starting to, as I'm paying attention to them, they're starting to save me from a lot of heartache and pain. And But I want to give credit to William Tingle, who is he does a lot with sub two deals, and he's the goat. But he's in the pro community, and he made this comment the other day about anytime he evaluates properties or whatnot and opportunities, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a definite no. And so as I was looking back on this deal we just analyzed, and um, when I got took the emotion out of the deal and I looked at the numbers, it was not a hell yes. So I was like, okay, it's a no. It's a quick no. But I kind of preface that with, when we sit here and we tell ourselves these stories of what negative can go wrong, and then when we sit there and tell ourselves what really could go right, the the clearer, more vivid picture is of what could go wrong, or at least it is with me. And I absolutely hate that, because I want to be like, okay, well, if this goes right, think about and what it's going to look like, and my mind just kind of shuts off, and it feels like everything goes gray, and it's kind of like the background I have on right now. Everything's just blurry. But then, if I'm thinking about the negative, what could go bad, I immediately go, well, we're going to go bankrupt. We're going to lose money. We're going to have to live with my parents, or, something along those lines. That your mind just kind of takes you through that course, and it's a very vivid, clear picture. But on the positive side, I just have trouble with that. I need to figure out how to flip that script. I don't know if I got to go to Tony Robbins and walk on some ashes or coals or something like that. Would you go to Tony Robbins event with me?
yeah, let's go.
Do
So
you have that same problem? Like, do you
yeah,
when you're
dude,
yeah
110%. I mean, I don't know too many folks that don't have that problem. I think that's just it's humans are just wired to try to protect
human
themselves,
nature?
and that's a primal instinct that we're fighting from a couple hundred years ago, thousands of years ago. How long humans been alive? A
I
while.
don't know, a long
Um,
time.
so that's kind of and I do the one thing that really helps me is just keeping inspirational stuff around, positive stuff, and you just keep oiling my brain with positivity and not
Yeah,
negativity.
You're having all these nerves built up, almost backing out of the deal, which really, the way that we structured the deal, you found it, and that's how you got equity into the partnership. So the only thing that you really put on the line, I think there was like 5,000 of EMD you put down, and then but the only other thing that you had into the deal is you signed on the dotted line. I say the only. I mean, it's a pretty big thing, but as far as cash goes, that was it. But at closing, right, or after closing, I remember you came up to me and you said, "Man, that was it." Like it was this whole anticlimactic. I don't know what you were expecting it to be. I mean, let's give credit to our closing attorney and our banker. They did a phenomenal job. Probably one of the smoothest closings I've been a part of from the time we got it under contract to the time we actually closed on it, from the legal and lending standpoint. But you look at me and say, man, this is kind of an anticlimactic. Like, this is not what I was expecting. You know what I mean? Do you remember saying that?
Yeah, and I don't know what I had in my brain. I didn't know if like confetti was supposed to fall from the ceiling or something.
Next one we do, I'm gonna figure out how to rig some confetti falling from the ceiling. That's good.
Pop confetti thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if if I expected that, but like it was just a whole bunch of signing, you know. And I tell you what, though, it was the coolest thing to go through.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you always envision that moment, you know, like, man, will I ever get to the closing table? Will I ever get there? And you get there and you got, you know, a bunch of folks there on your behalf, dressed really nice in black vehicles. And you're like, oh, man, this is cool. I feel like I'm somebody.